My name's Tyler Galloway. I'm originally from Asheboro, North Carolina. Get this thing in the right spot here. Man, I don't even know where to begin. But I play guitar for Riley Green. I've been his guitar player for going on 4 years now, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been actually I moved to Nashville May 6th, so I just had that was my anniversary 4 years ago that I moved there. So not quite 4 years, but it wasn't long after I moved. I got lucky and fell into it with them.
Yeah.
So,
so do you live in Nashville now?
that's where I'm based out of.
Okay.
My girlfriend lives here in Greensboro, so I'd rather be here anyway. So
Right.
I'm, and especially with all this virus shit going on, I'm just, hanging out here. So
That's cool.
it's been, I guess that's the silver lining of it.
Yeah.
But,
You getting more time with the lady.
yeah.
And you gave her a
spend some
shout
time
out
home.
for everybody to hear.
Yeah.
Hearts are breaking as we speak.
Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, man, it's been a wild ride.
I'm sure, dude.
Yeah.
How did you get into music?
Well, it's like when I was probably, I don't know, my dad had me listening to like classic rock and stuff. So like we'd be tearing down. We did a lot of renovations on houses and stuff, and he always had the radio going on Rock 92. And
Oh, yeah.
so I just grew up on all that stuff, and so I always liked music and was just kind of drawn to it. And just the kind of artistic side of things, I always just kind of gravitated towards, I guess. And but anyway, so yeah, I got into it, just listened to it with my dad, I guess. And then when I was probably around 8 or 10 or so, my granddad or my uncle, probably a kind of a combination of both over time, they kind of showed me a few things on guitar, just like a basic like 12-bar blues kind of rhythm thing or something. And I thought it was cool, but I didn't really take to it yet. And but then like when I'd be at my grandparents' house, I'd see like a guitar laying there, and I'd pick it up and mess with it.
So your grandfather was a guitarist?
He picked around just a little bit, but my uncle, he lived with my grandparents. My mom's brother, he was a guitar player like back in the 80s. So he had like the hair metal dreams, and all that. So I just kind of messed with it every once in a while. And then when I was 12, that Christmas, my cousin got a drum set like that day. And we were doing like a Christmas dinner thing. He's like, "Hey man, come check out my drum set." And so I went and checked it out. And his dad, I didn't even know he played. He's like my uncle by marriage, I guess, whatever.
Yeah.
But he brings out a guitar. It's this old like Squire Stratocaster, and I was just like, "Oh, cool." And I played like that one or two things that I knew, and we sat there. He could already do like a basic drum beat, and we just sat there for hours. At least now, what felt like hours back then, Just going over that, that was the first time I'd ever had like a connection with somebody else, like through music, and that was just like, holy shit, man, this is cool. So
Just kind of know at that point that you wanted to.
Yeah, I was hooked.
Yeah.
I went home after that to an untuned guitar. Didn't know how to tune it because my parents had got me an electric, like a Strat, the year before, but I just didn't really care nothing about it. It just sat in the corner, for that first year, but. Then I started, I learned how to tune it finally and all that, and just started playing, man. And my cousin's dad or whatever, he started showing me stuff here and there, and I'd go home and practice. And then me and him we kind of started our first band together.
Oh, that's cool.
We were in 6th grade and played the talent show at our middle school.
Nice.
And yeah, that was the first like experience, anything like that I had.
So you're like 11 years. Oh, you said you were 12. So
yeah, I was like 12, I think. It was. I'd probably been playing like 6 months or something before we did that talent show. And
oh wow.
At the time it felt like probably like 300 people or something in the gym there, which I don't know how many it really was, but
That's probably accurate. Is that Sam's?
no, it was Uari.
Uari?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, but probably the same size. But yeah, that was it. And then we did that talent show like all 3 years that we were in middle school, and it was super cool. But man, that was it. I played guitar, and I was big in like skateboarding and just all the normal stuff, that guys are into, and dirt bikes and stuff like that. But it didn't take long before like the the guitar. Like I used to just sit in my room with no life and practice.
So you got obsessed with it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.